Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at a piece of pro audio gear, the DBX1215V equalizer. And we're not just reading specs. We want to get into the engineering, the why behind it, why this unit is built to just run for years and years without a single issue.
Right, that's the mission. We're looking for those little nuggets, the key design choices that make this more than just a simple EQ. We want to see how it becomes this super reliable, high-fidelity tool.
Okay, let's unpack this. So at its core, it's pretty straightforward. A dual-channel EQ, 15 bands on each side, all set to the standard ISO frequencies. But the real magic for an engineer, I think, is how you can switch the adjustment ranges on those faders.
Exactly. You get the standard plus or minus 15 dB range, which is great for, big problems. But being able to select that 6 dB range, that's gold.
Why is that so important?
Well, when you tighten that range, you're essentially quadrupling the precision. So instead of sort of hunting for the right level, you can make these tiny, subtle acoustic tweaks with total confidence.
That level of fine control is critical. And there's another feature right at the start of the chain, that switchable low-cut filter. It's a 40 Hz 18 dB per octave Bessel filter. Why specifically a Bessel?
That's a great question. The Bessel design is key because it's aggressive. It cuts out all that low-end rumble, HVAC noise, stage vibrations. But it does it without introducing the kind of phase shifts that can make your audio sound thin or just unnatural. You can't have that.
Okay, so that handles the acoustic noise, but what about electrical noise? That's always the enemy in any big installation, right?
Mm-hmm. And that brings us to their whole noise defense strategy. First, you have all the connection options, XLR, barrier strip, quarter-inch TRS, super flexible for any install. But the real defense is internal. It uses electronically balanced inputs and then something called servo-balanced outputs.
Servo balance, that sounds advanced. What's
Yeah.
the practical benefit there?
It basically means the output circuit is smart. It actively monitors the signal and corrects for any noise or imbalance it picks up. It's like having a little cleanup crew running constantly. Yeah. Combine that with RF filtering on all the inputs and outputs to block cell phone interference, and it's just designed to be quiet.
And of course, the classic problem in any setup, ground hum.
Yep, and for that, you've got the chassis ground lift switch.
Mhm.
It's the first thing any tech tries when you hear that buzz.
Yeah.
It just instantly breaks that ground loop. Problem solved.
Here's where it gets really interesting for me. Moving from just noise defense to full-on system protection, the power-off hardwire relay bypass. Can you walk us through a scenario where that actually saves the show?
Oh, absolutely. Imagine the power in the sound booth flickers for just a second.
Mhm.
Without that relay, your sound just cuts out. Dead air. But with the hardwire bypass, the signal just flows straight through the unit to the amps. The show goes on.
Ah, so it becomes invisible.
Totally invisible. And that 2-second power-up delay. That stops the massive thump that can blow your very expensive speakers when gear turns on. It's all housed in this tank of a chassis, a 2U steel and aluminum box. It's built to last.
And the specs really back that up. I mean, the signal-to-noise ratio is over 90 dB. That's incredibly quiet. And distortion, the THD, is less than 0.005%, just tiny.
And if you connect that to the big picture, it shows why you pay for pro gear.
Mhm.
It's about details like the common mode rejection ratio, the CMRR. That spec tells you how well it rejects noise picked up over long cable runs, which is a huge issue in big venues. A high CMRR means a clean signal, period.
So what does this all mean?
It means when you really look at the sheer amount of engineering dedicated just to killing noise,
Mm.
from isolated transformers to these servo loops and ground lifts, it makes you think. Think about how much of that invisible effort goes into keeping the signal pristine in any audio system you use every single day. The fight against noise is just constant.